Lives Matter. Are you kidding me? And you'd be the main one sitting there with Lulac talking about we identify with the white community. Take that
Mm,
Mexican category off of the census.
mm. Okay,
But
okay.
but no, yeah, but no, yeah. I'm tired of seeing black folk stuff. But let's get down to the numbers. See, because we meant the numbers right here on in this kitchen.
Uh,
Didn't
uh,
California just sit there and pass the coverage for all, cover all? I think cover Cali. I think that's what it is. Negro might know better than me. He like to stay with them receipts. Cover Cali is a program that was set up for these legal invaders
come on, come on.
to get. Meanwhile, the Democratic Party is pushing, or used to push, because they in shambles right now. Brother Juan, you remember how you Bernie Sanders and all of them? Oh, we got to get health care for all.
Mm,
You Negroes going to vote because we'll give you health care for all. What Cover Cali proves is you don't need a vote to get the tangibles and resources. You just got to have a complexion for the protection. And these guala gualas all over California don't even vote, but they got covered all in healthcare, in free healthcare. But you Negroes, you got to vote for the Democratic Party for you
mm.
to get any type of coverage. Maybe if you get Bernie Sanders or AOC in there, those are your
Mm.
options.
Well,
Hey,
well,
can we talk about this proximity that this woman's talking about here? The reason why they're all up in our affairs in the first place is because they have proximity to us. The
come on, come
same
on.
they so tethered to our community. They out here trying to be rappers when they should be playing mariachi music or whatnot, or salsa dancing and whatnot. All right. That's kind of my problem with this. You got this guy Lefty Gunplay crying how he's the face of West Coast rap.
Mm.
See, this, but they all, but our business is out there. No, you're just proximity to black communities because we allowed you to be there. Actually, we were forced to by the
Mm,
government because they kept planting them in our neighborhoods. Shout out to Greg Abbott who want to go park them up in Chicago. All
mm.
right. So yeah. So the nerve of this woman, the reason why they even have proximity to us is because the white folks didn't want to have you in their neighborhoods. Like, let's be really frank about that.
Okay.
So that's the reason why you know about our business, because you all up in our business. So I gotta really double down and push back on that woman right on that screen, talking that nonsense.
Well,
That's
keep
that
this.
triple dip, Negro. That's that triple dipping I'm talking about. Yeah, shout out to the to the Tether Roots rap blogs and media blogs out there that's labeling that Mexican OT the greatest rapper in Texas right now.
Mm. Well,
That's that tethering, Negro.
Man,
well,
I don't even know how they rap. Can they rap? See, I'm,
well.
I'm drawing question marks on that.
Well, brother Negro. I mean, listen. You know, she said that they not getting a damn thing. The only thing they keep hearing about is about, oh, the black person this, the black folk that, and this is, and I want to speak to this because I had a conversation with someone, and I said, you know, do black folks ever think to themselves that all of these others get tired of hearing about you through or being utilized through media propaganda? even if it's in in light of injustices that take place toward our folks, at some point we got to understand, you know, that they get tired of seeing us being the forefront in media, and that also contributes to the negative and also the animosity that a lot of these other groups have toward us because we're constantly used or propagandized in the light of this mainstream media, whether it be
But but,
good or negative.
but
So
brother Chef, they
that
chose to
breeds.
be here.
Well, but hold on. But what I'm saying is, in human nature, it's going to breed envy and jealousy all the time. Doesn't matter if they're choosing to to come here. What I'm saying is the projection of it, right? It breeds that energy amongst these folks, and that's the unfortunate nature. Because again, when you start looking at like a lot of folks, some folks that I talk to that are overseas, you know, they already have a certain perception of who of us, right? Instead of the real Black American, there's already perceived propaganda to already have them look at us in a certain way. So then it's only second nature for them to come here and then say, "Oh, you black folks, you ain't shit." But y'all always in our face every single day. Yeah. This is not me
Was
putting on a cape for them, but it's also I'm just like how humans move, right? It's gonna breed that kind of environment, that subconscious thought process.
But how are we in their
what?
face when we're in our own nation?
I got an answer for that for you, Negro. I just had an epiphany while Chef was, slicing and dicing those vegetables right there. The mangoes and the platanos. So,
Right,
yeah,
right,
listen,
right. Platanos. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
listen. I get it. See, to your point, Negro, they choose to come here, and as we all know, they get that tangible package when they get up off the banana boat. They get that,
yeah.
and this ain't just the Guala Gualas. This is immigrants,
Period.
particularly illegals. Period.
Right.
And they get that tangible package. So they got the resources because do remember the way white supremacy is economic depravity at minimum.
Minimum. Correct.
It's a race to resources. That's
Doc,
what the race is.
Dr. Claude Anderson. Shout out to you, brother. Right. Come on.
It's a race to resources.
Right.
And what the dominant society likes to do is get pig. See, I look at the whole concept of global white supremacy as like the tracks. Think like a running track, like one of the be around a field, track and field, football field. 4x4, 100-meter dash. In one lane you got the Portuguese. In another lane you got the English. In another lane you even got the Dutch. You understand what I'm saying? And they're all trying to cross that finish line to resources in other lands. Because let's be clear. Let's be very clear. They don't have shit where they came from. Europe's not an agricultural place. Europe's not a place that gets it out of the mud, and they can only cross that finish line on the backs of melanated people from across the world. If you notice that they do that there, it's bad. Now we got to focus particularly in America. That's where you got Negroes on the ground running that 4x4 passing batons with a goddamn Englishman or a Spaniard on their back. But I digress. The point is, they come here and get these conquistador bastards come here and get these tangible bags. Boom, they got the bag. We're gonna put you in the black neighborhood. That's you. You set up your businesses. You set
Get
up your.
your UVs it up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's gonna be your economic base. You always gonna have some customers by their choice or by our force.
Right.
Shout out to the food deserts all over America. Oh no, you can only go over to that one store and pick up your ramen noodles. Yeah, other than that, you're gonna be eating cardboard. That's planned and designed. Now here's the problem. They got the resources, they get up into politics, they get up into all of the tangibles that are laid out for black Americans. And then now they greedy and they want the media too. I need to be up in the BET awards. I want all of that. But to your point, Chef, and I'm gonna land on this, in the back of their minds, from the Guala Gualas all the way to the Pink Toes, they sleep with one eye open, knowing black Americans didn't get anything that I got. I won't tell anybody that, but me sleeping with my one eye open, I know that when I got here, I only had a nickel in my pocket, but America gave me what they were supposed to give them. And they're supposed to be economically depraved. As a matter of fact, they're not even supposed to exist in this decade. How are they still here? And they're doing all of what the media portrays and what society portrays that I'm doing by myself. They're doing it on top of economic depravity, and they're still here, and that grinds their gears. That they have to look us in the face all the damn time and know that the sabotage didn't work.
That part. Come on.
Yeah,
That part.
I hear what you're saying. The thing is that they have to leave their nation to come over here to get tangibles. They don't fight for tangibles in their own nation that they built, right? And that's kind of my problem. If they want to see more Latinos, then go back home and they can see all the Latinos they need to see. All right, they can use what's that? Telemundo. They got Telemundo on deck for them, right? See. This is the reason why we need to push English as a first language in America. To rid this nonsense of putting all these other languages above the American standard, which is English, which I will even go so far to say it is the marketing language that is used all around the world to make that paper. All right. So the nerve of them to come over here to keep their little language or their wherever they practice, and they bring this nonsense over here just to only promote it here, but they couldn't promote it back home. They couldn't make it sustainable back home. So that's kind of my problem with this woman's rhetoric. Then I want to really go into this. How many wars did her people fight in the interests of America? How many wars did they win? That's the reason why we got all the air coverage, lady. It's because we actually did something as a people in American soil. That's the reason why we got all the shine, and y'all don't. And y'all can continually be in second and third place when it comes to that shine. It's because we are well known because of our excellence. In anything that we do is excellent, not excellento.
Hey Negro, they sold that land. Hey Negro, they sold that land that they claim got stolen from them, and the reason why they're here. See, that's how you easily defeat the Guala Gualas, as you remind them that you sold California to America. You sold Oregon to America. You sold New Mexico to America. You sold Arizona to America. You feel me? And for $16 million, it's the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. They're bringing up receipts on these Guala Gualas. So when they be sitting there like, oh, this is our land, essay. We just come back to take what America stole from us. And it's just like we defeat the Nigerians with that stupid logic and that bullshit. But at least the Nigerians didn't sell their land like y'all did. They just sold their people.
Wait. Didn't we spank their behinds too? Wait, wasn't the Buffalo Soldiers stomping all over their behinds? That's what I remember. I remember all the tanks and all the cannon, and we were blowing things up on the Mexican border and all that stuff.
After the Civil War. Them colored troops.
Yeah, them colored troops, them Buffalo Soldier troops. Yeah. I think their butts are still sore from that. I think their butts are still sore from that.
Shout out to John Horse.
Well, let's play some more of this, gentlemen.
Fucking migrant children getting gang raped at the border and no one seems to fucking care because everyone's still talking about George Floyd.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy? Let me speak on that, and I'm going to go to the wolf. You got immigrant children getting gang raped at the border by your own folks. Let's be clear about that. It's your own people busting them down. It ain't the damn border patrol. If you're gonna tell a story, tell the whole thing. So this is why, like, yo, listen, man. I need to call ICE on her. Shit, let me write this down. Hold on. Call ICE. Who this lady? Right here now. Call ICE tomorrow. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Bear with your boy. Call ICE tomorrow. Okay. Got my notes.
It's only right, Chef, because it's only right because you gotta it was a Semite supremacist that called the police on George Floyd. So,
Yeah.
you know, if you want to overlap the story proper like, there has to be somebody that drop a dime on her, you know, for all of those border patrols that's graping these little kids at the get the fuck out of here, man. Pardon my
Right.
Hey, excuse me. Let me
Yeah,
clean it up a
yeah.
little bit. We got Brother Juan in the building. Let me clean up a little.
Real
for
quick. Hold on.
for the radical Christian.
Let me salute my sister Jane Smith. Sis, pardon me, I didn't catch you on the last one, sis. I saw it on the replay. Salute to Sister Jane in the building. Real quick before we go to the Brother Wolf, I want to salute Tim for hitting the Cash App as well, supporting our program, keeping the kitchen open. So salute to Tim for coming. Yes, indeed. Brother Wolf, we are looking at, well, first and foremost, they said the English are coming. Well, no, I am saying, sir, the negritas are coming, sir. And there's a great, unfortunate entitlement, even for the illegal, as far as what they think they should have here in these United States of America. What say you, sir? How do we proceed expeditiously of cleaning this thing up?
So my initial reaction was just to
What's that? Oh, you got sounds now too, brother.
you heard that?
Hey,
Yeah, that shit was loud to the motherfucker.
hey, that's that stove. Hey, Wolf really cooking. That's that stove timer right there.
That's that cooking style. Yeah, we cooking it.
I was as surprised as you all. Trust me. What's the
Yeah.
plan? But initially, I was. I wasn't going to respond to it because, you know, these folks are here. Remember, they was invited here. A lot of them, we got like almost 20 million folks who was invited to come here.
That part, yeah.
On top of the legal ones that's already here. I'm not surprised because again, we're gonna have to take this L. Yeah, we're gonna take this L because again, our grandmothers and grandfathers, great greats did not protect the culture.
Hold on, brother Wolf. Dr. Umar.
You have lost your mind. You have lost your mind.
Let's get
Well, this is why we're having this delineate conversation today because we ain't never had that conversation.
Yeah.
Right? We in 2025. They weren't talking about no delineation up until like the last couple of years ago.
Right.
So these folks who are here, they feel like, look, hey, give us some of that shine. We're here now. Stop talking about the Negroes. Because they refer to us as niggas. Okay? Maybe not Negroes, but they definitely say nigga. Okay? So I'm not surprised that she feel this way that, okay, we're here now. We've showed our somewhat loyalty because of our vote for Trump. Because they're pushing that narrative. We voted for Trump, right? Latino males, Latino females,
Right.
in higher numbers than allegedly Black Americans. So why are we talking about why are these Negroes still getting the shine when we should be getting that shine? So I can see where she's coming from. Matt, it's very good. Yeah, I can see where she's coming from.
Now that's an interesting perspective, brother Wolf. I didn't even think of it that way.
That's why I'm here.
Hey, I got to go with Brother Wolf on this one. So what you're saying is, well, from her perspective, she like, America, you promised me a brown and black coalition, and I need you to make good on their end of the bargain.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wait, that sound like that Joe Biden's line. You Negroes need to be working with the Latinos.
You ain't black.
Listen, I'm
But
gonna tell.
that is a major comment, Negro. Y'all got to work with the Latinos. See, we let stuff go over our head sometimes. He done sent the dog whistle out. And not just sent the dog whistle, he opened up the floodgates. Okay? And it's not until maybe the last couple of months, they now are trying to close the gates, but it's too late now. There are more Latinos than Black Americans.
God damn it.
You want to combine the legal and illegal, there's more Latinos now than Black Americans. So why are we talking about Black Americans?
Right.
That's what she's saying. Okay.
And
Well,
Dr. Claude Anderson
wait.
Dr. Claude Anderson predicted that too, family. In the early
he
2000s, he did predicted that the Latinos population were going to surpass the Black American Native population here on this soil. He did projected that.
Again, we got to take these L because of our fathers and mothers and great-grandmothers and great-grandfathers and grandfathers. They did not protect the culture by trying to be this one big black tent.
Listen, hold on, Coach, Mr. Carter.
You smoke crack, don't you?
Listen, I gotta tell you, man. That is a very, ladies and gentlemen, if you got what Brother Wolf was kicking here, why am I hearing so much about you black folks when y'all didn't even vote for your damn selves? Let's be very clear. You didn't even vote for your own liberation. You voted for the plan. Shit. We knew what the game was. We voting for resources. Y'all are stomped down blue no matter who. Damn it. So why we got to hear about you fuckers every single day through the media?
When they have showed their loyalty, all right, to the Republican Party. But again, we're in that embryonic stage of trying to undo this messed up situation we got in because of our parents and our grandparents and our great-grandparents who did not protect the culture. So yeah, I can see why she's saying that. Leave these niggas alone.
Wait.
But the old niggas.
This is a sick Negro.
The old niggas, not elders, Brother Lone Wolf. The old niggas back in their heyday. I'm gonna alley-oop you this one, Negro. They'll look at Consuela and say, but she black too. She just light-skinned it.
Easy.
Or they say that they're one vote drop away. That's what that's the other classic NAACP line. You know, they're just one vote drop away. That's what they always said. But the craziest thing about this whole situation is that they are the same people these are other groups that are standing in the way of our reparations. Because you had remember that Latino guy in Chicago? No resources. This dude just came over here on JetBlue saying we ain't gonna get no resources and no reparations. They need to go.
Negro, they gonna be. I got a sneaky suspicion. My ancestors, the hairs on the back of my neck, have been telling me for a couple of years now that buffer class is particularly them. They're gonna be the main oppositions. I just know it. I mean, Biden said it. They said Juan, you know. Negro, you know, they're gonna be the main ones that's gonna be doing the triple dipping. I'm black just like you, I'm white just like Conquistador, and I'm Taino too, so I've been here longer than you.
Well, blame Obama and Joe Biden. Didn't Obama said that he didn't want to address reparations because of the immigrant communities? Isn't that what he said to Taisha Coates when he sat down and when he was talking to him about the case for reparations? Yeah. I remember that, and I looked at Obama. I was like, "Yo, this is a sick Negro right here. This is a sick
Negro.
That's a fact.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
Tahisha Coates is nasty work, Negro. I saw what you did there.
Well, gentlemen and family that's checked in with us. I mean, again, we are learning. First and foremost, it was not a threat. It was an absolute promise from Biden when he first took office that you Negroes are going to have to learn to work with the Latino. It wasn't a threat. It was a
Because
promise.
they're a big, to Juan's point, because they're a bigger demographic than you are.
You are.
And my retort is how so? Because they break down to other ethnic groups too, and they all don't get along.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta push back on that, brother Negro. Let's be very clear. They get together when it's time to move shit out the way, particularly us. They know how to get together. Black folks don't do it. We just don't. Okay? And you know what, Dr. Umar?
You have lost your mind.
And that's the only explanation that makes sense. Because a bunch of Negroes refuse to look at each other than competition, envy, jealousy, or I got to be the big nigga all the time. This is the problem with us, right? These Latinos, salute to them, man. You know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going out on the limb with this. I can't be mad at a population of people who then get on one accord and say, you know what? It's a lick to be had over here. Let's get it together. Black America hasn't done that in quite some time, sir.
Hey,
don't do-
brother
Yeah,
Chef,
go
we
ahead.
might have the opportunity, and there is a lick that comes along with it. I heard I posted up an article up in the chat. Right, they talking about $1,000 to get them out the way. Brother Chef, you've already led the way of making them phone calls now.
Absolutely, with pleasure.
Yo, I might need to get that Sprint PCS phone out of storage.
Yeah.
Get the minutes on the phone and start dialing. Brother, I'm waiting for Trump to get in the office to make these phone calls. I'm waiting, and his Cesar is so gun happy. They said they're getting ready right now.
Hold
Say,
on,
the
sir.
hotline now. They're
Hold on. What you
saying.
Hold on. What
Negro going old school with it. He got the T-Mobile sidekick and the Motorola pager out here. Hit nice up on the back lines. That's what's up, Negro.
sir, brother Negro, what am I looking at here, sir? Opportunity zone? Sir?
I'm seeing a come up, brother.
Okay.
I'm looking at what do they call that? What was the things that they were hitting up with the grants, and they were going back, doubling back on black folks? The
PPPs?
the PP. This is the PPPs, family. Is that we got to move some people out the way. These are the illegal PPP loans out here, and
What am I looking at here, sir? Give me an overview, sir. What
okay,
are we looking
this is
at
an
here?
article saying that the taxpayers are they're talking about $1,000 if you report a illegal immigrant in your community, and this is in one of the states that's out here currently. And you don't think that underneath the Trump 4 years that they're not going to expand this operation to every state in the union? Hell, I'm going to push for it. I'm going to push for it. You dang all right. I'm going to push for it.
You xenophobic, they said, brother Negro.
Oh, so be it. Wait. I'm getting.
What?
Wait.
Who is the
Wait. I'll go. Wait. But so that woman could be negrophobic. Then I could be xenophobic. That woman was talking about what about the blacks on our land? On our land, disrespecting the native population that's here. Who built this nation? Is this woman out of her coconut mind?
Okay. I like this. Go ahead, brother Wolf. Yes, sir. Yeah.
No, I agree with Negro. That's why I deputized a lot of folks a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
Should I
yeah,
bring my pen back again?
yeah. You gonna have to
Do I have to
re-deputize on the
re-deputize some
broadcast.
folks?
Yeah,
Do I
yeah,
get to
yeah, yeah,
re-deputize the
yeah.
family?
Let's
Huh?
get
Yes,
everybody
please, please, please,
please
sir. Please,
Yes,
sir.
deputize,
sir.
deputize
I
the
need to
broadcast.
deputize everybody
Okay, yeah. I got
for
the
official
certified.
ice
Yeah,
snitches. If you
yes.
Hey,
see something, you say
Say something,
something.
God damn it!
This is a sick Negro.
Hey, we're doing our civic duty. We're doing our
Yeah.
civic duty.
I knew what time it was. I see Juan. He's sitting there after Negro getting his build on. Juan sitting there with the arms folded, like, yes, precisely. This is exactly what we need to have going on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
watch this. I mean, look. My
Yeah.
address said in the chat. So whoever my address is says that our ancestors were far too giving and kind.
My address.
All immigration is anti-black. That's what my address said in the chat. Our ancestors was far too, and that's been our greatest strength is our greatest weakness.
That moral fiber shit.
Love,
Come on, come on.
Our ability to love our enemy. Woo! Good God from Zion.
It's genocidal, is what it is.
It's genocidal and it's suicidal, man.
Come on, man. Come on.
Well, you mean to tell me you mean to tell me if the enemy's sitting there laying down taking their last breath, we might even give them CPR?
Niggas is gonna resuscitate. Niggas will resuscitate.
Yeah, that's our biggest strength is our greatest weakness.
Hey, that's crazy that y'all bringing that up because what's that young brother that in the New York subway station? They got that trial going on right now. It was a Latino. The petty guy. It was a Latino person that held that young brother down. It was a Latino person, and he lied about it.
Hold on, brother Negro. It was the United Nations that held that brother down. Let's be clear. Let me go ahead and find that picture.
Where you going with this, Chef?
Did you see how many different immigrants it looked like that was holding that brother down?
Or the African who basically turned his back on a black American brother. Yeah. Bring that picture up, brother.
Let me
Chef.
see if I can find that motherfucking picture. Y'all keep cooking, man. I got to find that picture now. I got to find it. It was the United Nations that held that brother down. Literally, you look at it, it was an Indian. It was every fucking rainbow you could possibly think of.
But they don't hold us down for reparations, and you know that the UN approved for that. You know the UN is down with that. That's the craziest thing about it.
Shout out to the ones that live stream directly from the platform. You know, it's one thing you whip out the cell phone when it's sometimes in life where I'm sure Lone Wolf know more about this than me. It's sometimes in life where you pull the cell phone out to get some documentation, and there's other times in life when put all the phones away, put the phones away. But what we about to do, don't be whipping out those cell phones.
Don't be whipping out no cellies. I think I found it, y'all. I think I found it. This, like I said, the United Nations. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, this is part of the reason why the position on immigration was so prioritized from your girl Kamala and them. Yeah, listen, they deputized just like brother Juan deputized us to make the call today.
But you know what? It comes from the top. I mean, think about this. The CBC has led the charge in looking out for everybody but us. The Congressional Black Caucus has been the spear.
That's a fact.
For leading the charge and looking out for everybody but us. Hell, their charter, their mission statement says nothing about looking out for just us specifically.
That's a fact. That's a damn fact.
Okay.
But you could go to any of these other ones and it's only on them.
Yeah. They look
It's
out for their
only on
own
them.
interests and their own resources, but the CBC needs to be dismantled immediately. Like the CDC, the CBC needs to be dismantled immediately. It is not an advocate for Black Americans exclusively. It's one big tent, and they have undermined our whole collective. Okay. So again,
Well,
I'm
well,
not surprised.
well, isn't the
Brother,
CBC the Immigrant Caucus? I've been watching. I've been YouTube
no,
surfing.
no,
Oh yeah,
that's not
oh yeah.
that's not
No, no.
that's not
I've
it,
been hearing.
Negro.
What do you say?
That's not it, Negro. Because you cannot call the CBC the Immigrant Caucus when the United States. See, 'cause this is how this happens. When I'm looking up right now, the United States of America has a Congressional Caribbean Caucus. Did you know this, Negro?
Yeah, I know, and they triple and double dipping in that too.
There
Oh,
you go. That's the alley oop.
and also they do that in college. They have the Black Student Union, the African. This is where they get it from them damn universities. They got the African Student Union, they got the Black Student Union, and they got the Latino Student Union. All of them swagger jacking off the Black Student Union, who is actually fighting for rights on the damn campuses nationally. See,
Look at the.
see,
Hold on before we go too far. Look at that picture, y'all. That's your affirmative action. That is your DEI. That is your people of color. That is everything in that one image on a black man. Look at that shit. That's crazy. United Nations, like I said. Look at that, y'all. Look at all of them. Look at all of them. They even got your Karen in there. They threw a Karen in there just for good luck. Picture is worth 1,000 words, ladies and gentlemen. Pictures are worth 1,000 words, all on one black man. The symbolic nature of this image, y'all.
I got a question for the kitchen right quick. If you were to turn this picture into black and white, a black and
that,
white photo, you see where I'm going with this? You see where I'm going?
That's
If
what I
you
was
put,
looking at.
if you
The
turn this
racial
picture
riot.
into a black and white photo, and then for the woman that's there, the Karen that's there, make her about 6 years old, and she's sitting there with cotton candy, looking down at the body. What difference is this than 100 years ago?
But and know what it looked like?
Easy with that.
Know what it looked like to me? The draft riots, because all those illegals and all those immigrants, didn't want to go to war, and they went off and attacked the Negro. That's what it
Okay,
looked like to
Negro,
me.
you're
The
right.
draft
Actually,
riot.
I'm gonna change my stance around. I'm going with the Negro because little Becky and Becky, it was little Becky with the cotton candy. It wasn't little Consuela. You know, it wasn't Hildegard. You know what I mean? They're talking about just call me Hilly on the F train. It wasn't her. I see you Hildegard back there. You ain't from here. You understand what I'm saying? And so you're right, Negro. This is more like akin to the draft riots because it was them Italians and it was Irish and it was all of them stanking and starving coming from Europe that was pissed that what you mean I got to go past below the Mason-Dixon line and fight for the Union to help these niggas out. I'd rather go and burn them out of Newark. I'd rather burn them out of the ports.
Gentlemen, but peep this, though. Look at this is why I say the United Nations, family. Look at the African in the back. Look at him. You got a Karen, you got an African, huh? You got maybe it looks like right here on your left. That's probably an Irish something. Then you got your Karen here. Then you got your right side, and look at the black. This shout out to my address. This is America, ladies and gentlemen. This is America.
Don't forget that Serbian look. I see that Serbian scout. Look, I see the way that man head shake. Pause. I see the one right there looking down next to the Irishman on the left and all of that stuff. There, that I see you, sir. He looked like he from Albania or something like that.
There you go.
Can we talk
Right.
about that African for a minute?
From the Caucasus Mountain type of cat. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's get on that African man, that blue black brother in the background. And I'm saying that loosely. Didn't Muhammad Ali warn us? He said that they were able to go into the it was that they were able to go into the places in the diners that he couldn't go into eat. Mind you, he was the heavyweight champion of the world at that time frame, and he couldn't eat at a restaurant, but these foreigners could. And he said they were darker than me. That's what he said. They were darker than me. That's what he said. So yeah, I see the same thing getting played.
Listen, picture is worth 1,000 words, ladies and gentlemen. And many of us have said over the years that black folks, we getting jumped. I do want you to know we're getting jumped. Your old areas, most folks can go around where they used to live and say, man, this used to be a thriving black community. I haven't met a black person that couldn't utter those words at some point. I haven't met one black person in my life that wouldn't utter those very words in that same sequence. This used to be a thrive. This used to be a nice black community. That tells you everything you need to know when you start looking at how important the sanctuary city, initiative that was trying to be ushered in with Kamala's election was so important to her donors and handlers, because this was ultimately supposed to be the new normal. I mean, they already do it through the propaganda of social media, right? Through television, etc., dehumanizing us, etc. But they need to make sure that the ones that they are bringing in as far as the buffers, they are financially stabilized, okay? Hence, they are the ones who now have the majority, if not all, of the businesses in your communities, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? That's not an accident, right?
Well, Chef, do remember that the actual real OG 13 colony stock mayonnaise supremacists, they're not on the chessboard. These are the pieces on the chessboard. They're the ones moving the pieces. And it's to a point right now where, I mean, you notice it. You feel it on social media, all of that stuff. See, they'll be the main ones that'll be amping up the set behind the scenes, like, he was just doing his duty. That man was attacking people on the trains. Derek Chauvin. Derek Chauvin is a martyr. Derek Chauvin is a hero. We need to let him out. Daniel Pitt. Yeah, he was just doing his good Samaritan. Brother Lone Wolf. He was a good Samaritan on that F train.
What
He
about
didn't
that
do
Peter
anything wrong.
Liang? What about that Peter Liang? Coach Sharpton.
Come on.
Yeah. The one that killed the guy Gurley, and they were out here having white supremacists and yellow rice protesters out there in the streets.
And see the way the way supremacy is set up now is, amp up the set behind the scenes, send the buffer class to do the dirty work, and if we see that they really worked towards whiteness, we'll provide the legal fees.
Oh yeah.
Shout out. What's the boy name that was at the Black Lives Matter rally with that got the $1 million? Hey, they threw him out real quick. The one that shot them folk. It was up there with just, hey, I'm just here to protect you, black guy.
Yeah, your boy Rittenhouse. Yeah.
Rittenhouse. Oh yeah. That's a great example right there. Where $1 million worth of whiteness on the skin. Even Ricky Schroeder from Silver Spoons donated to that campaign.
Y'all gonna stop pocket watching.
I mean, listen, man. Follow the money, Brother Wolf.
Look, guys.
That's all. They said follow the money. You understand?
Again, when you look, I want to keep the 1,000.
Let's do it.
We're in the we're at that infant stage of being erased.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm honest. At least I'm honest enough to know that we're being erased.
Okay. Yeah.
So these are some of the trials and tribulations that come with being erased because we were not protected by those who were supposed to protect us.
You want your genocide head up. You don't want it
Yeah.
spoon fed. You want
Give it to me in my face. I don't want you to do behind closed doors.
Okay.
I know. Look here. We've been practicing black group economic suicide for decades. When you talk about the people who sell us our clothes, our food, our housewares, and our disinfect, they look nothing like us. We gave up our stores and our businesses for integration, for proximity to whiteness. And now the chickens are coming home to roost. Because everybody around us who come in from other places, they build stores and supply lines.
Right.
And they don't feel no shortages because they got supply lines. Name me one black community that really has a supply line and stores exclusively for us, because their stores are for them, but we just happen to go by there because they got better discounts. I go to some of these,
You understand me? Come on. Yeah.
I go to these stores who not as manicured as your Piggly Wigglies, your Krogers, your Safeways, your Giants, your Wegmans. Their stores are not manicured. They got scratched up food, and sometimes the place smell like that. They got animals in the back. They slaughter them. I'm saying they got fish that they can cut for you 7 different ways. Okay.
Right.
Hey, Chef C, check out the chat. I got some pictures that I want to display that look exactly how that young brother looked like. And this was back then. They had the immigrants standing on the back of a Union soldier, just looking like that brother. Pull that up for the record.
Yeah,
What
but
I mean by the draft right.
Let Wolf finish his thought.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. I'm just saying, in the bigger scheme of things, this is to be expected when you're in the process of being erased. Right. And we're doing everything in our power not to be erased, because there's only a small number of us who are awake talking about this. Outside these social media streets, you ain't really hearing the talk. Unless we bring it to them. Okay?
And Brother Brother Lone Wolf, if oh my gosh, this is heavy. Are you? No, I won't say. Are you saying what I'm inferring from what you're saying is? Did Black America? We can't be. How could we be? We have to understand Consuela, because actually, was it Black America that showed Consuela the blueprint of white adjacency through integration?
Absolutely.
Oh, look, my God.
When I showed y'all the book, The American Slave Code in Practice and Theory, we were never supposed to be free.
Come on, that part.
We were supposed to be perpetual slaves. Perpetual means forever. That the slave codes was incorporated into the law, where it went from being written to being instinctive. That the whole white society was instinctively on code, not just lawfully on code or verbally, but instinctively. If Black folks got out of order, whether it was a child or an adult, they could not rescue or save. They were supposed to bring the pain. What's that? Whether you whip them or you kill them or you isolate them, whatever. But it was punishment. But we was never supposed to be free. And anybody who comes to the shore has more rights than us. And still do. So I'm just saying, at least I'm honest. So I mean, I'm not surprised that she feel the way she feel. But when I know that I'm being erased, I'm not gonna sit back and be erased. I'm gonna say something. Okay?
Right,
Like if you
right.
see something, you say something.
See something, say something, goddamn.
Just like on the train was. So all of them ethnicities on that train sitting there standing over that may he rest in peace over his body. All the people standing there, they just basically doing the outline of America. They said you Negroes are on the bottom,
Yes.
stay on the bottom.
They don't have nothing in common with us. Man, you need to get into your head. They have nothing in common with us. That's a hard pill to swallow because we all got some friends who are foreigners. And I got some folks who probably listen to this broadcast that know me and they're foreigners. But when you really start having that face-to-face sit-down combination, you realize this. Oh, we ain't got much in common. No more than our skin. Not the culture. Not much in common. No. Because they can be kicked out tomorrow and go back home. We can't be kicked out. That's where the rubber meets the road with us. Where you gonna go? Where? Where in Africa gonna take you? Where? What part of South America gonna take Black Americans? They may take us because we gifted and we talented, and they know that, man, it's something unique about these people. Something special. But we don't want all of them, but we'll take their unique class. But we're all unique. We all have our special little gifts and talents. But look, they look at it. They sat there and they watched that man get choked out. Choked to death. Okay? And then they throwing, well, he's a Marine. He's an ex-Marine. What do they gotta do with you killing somebody? Oh, so he's exempt because he's a Marine? Let me go out here and put a chokehold on one of these white boys.
Right. You
Or they're gonna say, oh, well, he's law enforcement. He's retired. Don't give me no break. Not for all these locks, all this chocolate. Come on, man.
That's a slippery slope. Lone Wolf, because the next thing you know, it turned into she's a teacher. It was okay for her to lead on his ass. She's a teacher.
Man, that one, They Not Like Us is a theme song for Black Americans. It's honest. They not like us. They don't have the same spirit. And look, it's a lot of cosplaying going on. But when you start asking hard questions, they got to realize, you know what, we not like y'all. But we still want y'all stuff. We want your houses. We want your neighborhoods. We want your streets. We want everything you got. We don't have no sweat. We don't have no blood in the soil. But we still want it. Why? Because we're here now. And we know they don't want you.
Give me everything you got over there.
Yep.
I'll take it. No problem. Step aside. Let's
Hey,
play a
Chef
little bit
C.
more.
Asian hate crimes have been happening for a long ass time, done by Black people and just overall in general, yet they wait until a white person finally does something for it to actually be relevant. I find it so funny that some of these Black people want to say they're fucking oppressed, that you have the power to suppress other people's issues and still talk about things even though they happened like 5 years ago. There is Black mothers, fathers, and children that reach out for help, that get killed in the hood. And then y'all don't care about those kids? What about those Black lives? What about the Black and migrant children that are being trafficked right now and y'all ain't saying a damn thing?
Wait, can I touch upon this Asian thing? First of all, when Black people stopped, this is during the COVID, and I think a little bit prior, that Black people were pulling back their dollars due to the fact that the Asian people at these businesses were beating up on Black women. Shout out to that woman. What's that? Tasha. I think the one in California who they shot in the head. All right, over orange juice, which started off the riots. So the Asian community, the model minority community, has been engaging in all types of criminality and hate crimes against the Negro American community historically, all the way up to the present day. So and also they're finding out that that Asian hate crime bill was all in fakeness. It was nothing that was real with the crime statistics, because they when you look at hate crime, they don't even factor into that equation. We're still one of the highest numbers when it comes to hate crimes. So the audacity that this woman is talking out of her face in regards to that Asian hate crime bill that they gotten off of ill-gotten gains and lies, in the same way that they dismantled the affirmative action bill off of lies, but yet still they're allowed to run the yard. What's that lawyer's name? So the the Bloomberg guy, whatever his name, you know what I'm talking about, Edward Blum. So yeah, this woman out here saying all this nonsense and doesn't even have the data to support that, and it was debunked that they were getting having hate crimes and stuff like that. That's the problem. So they even trafficking in white supremacy talking points.
I just put Latasha Harling's information in the chat. That's who Negro was referring to, who was shot in the head by that Asian convenience store owner, the female. So I just put her information in the chat from Wikipedia. Is Latasha Harling's.
And then she got probation. She got damn probation, family. She got a slap on the damn wrist. So the nerve of this woman bringing up this, man, wait till my book Delineationology come out, family. Because I talk about this in extensive detail with this scam that they're pushing that is exploiting our community. Not just from a criminal justice perspective, but also from a financial perspective as well, and legal policies. These people are operating with foreign governments and affecting American politics right now. The nerve,
brother Negro. When can we expect that
it's
delineationology
gonna be,
book, sir? How soon can we look out for that, sir?
Yo, we're gonna be putting that out during Black History Month. I'm putting on the last finishing touches on that because it needs to be dropped. Because I'm tired of playing games with some of these immigrants and these illegals that are coming up in here ripping our community off in the guise of fraud and being fraudulent. And nobody ain't running them out of town and putting cases on their heads. Don't worry, I'm gonna be making them phone calls for $1,000 because I need to get my bread up. Because I need to get my college debt down, since they don't want to lower the college school loan debt that they put on Negroes' heads that are smart.
Yeah. I like that energy, brother Negro. Yeah. But you know what, gentlemen? Let's move on. I just wanted to get y'all nice and sizzled and ready to go. Preheat, got everybody preheated right now. So let's get into this Hunter Biden thing, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Yeah, look at this crackhead. Okay. I learned something many years ago that history is the greatest teacher, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you like, share, subscribe if you haven't already done so. My thing is, listen, is daddy's, beliefs
has to join us in making a significant.
And if it doesn't, then we have to look at dad in a particular way. So let's go ahead and bring up dad just to make it, we want to refresh some folks here. Yeah. All right, because if you don't know where things start, you don't know where they're going here. All right? So Joe Biden, go ahead.
Significantly greater commitment to these 6 areas to stem the rising tide of violence in America. And that's what it is, violence. First, we have to join together to ensure that drug dealers are punished swiftly, surely, and severely.
That is an amazing approach, Biden. Drug dealers are punished swiftly, accurately, etc., right?
Chef, where's the one where he's on the Senate floor where he said, "I don't care what they're going through.
No. Hold on, brother Negro. This is a slow simmer right here. I got him lined up. I got them lined up for everybody. Let's play a little bit more though. We want to just, if the same energy is kept, then maybe some progress can really happen. However, what we are looking at here is that there are no promises of any deliverables that have to be kept, right? It's just, whatever sounds good. Let's play this.
And in line with what the president is calling for, we have to hold every drug user accountable. Because if there were no drug users, there would be no appetite for drugs and there'd be no market for them. Let's take a look at what the real problem is. It's not just how many people are using drugs. As the president said, the number of people using drugs, cocaine in particular, is down in our country. That's true. But the violence associated with drugs is spewing out all over America. And that's terrible. I know it's hard to believe, but this very day, violent drug offenders will commit more than 100,000 crimes on this day alone. And the sad part is that we have no more police in the streets of our major cities than we had 10 years ago. And what the president proposes won't help much. What he proposes is no increase over what the Congress has already approved last year. In a nutshell, the president's plan doesn't include enough police officers to catch the violent thugs, not enough prosecutors to convict them, not enough judges to sentence them, and not enough prison cells to put them away for a long time. That's why right now, 6 out of every 10 criminals who are arrested on drug charges have their cases dropped. That's why we think the president should triple the commitment that he's made tonight for police, prosecutors, and judges for our cities and our states.
Wait. How many crimes does his son have? All right, we could talk about the laptop. We could talk about the guns that he illegally obtained in Delaware.
We
Like,
could
I-
hey, brother Negro, we could talk about the 50,000 a month he was getting from Mitt Romney, sir, for the deal with Ukraine. 50,000 a month that his son was getting. But you know what? We don't hear too much about that. Go ahead, brother Negro. What else could we talk about, sir? I know
yeah,
you
yeah,
started to say something.
yeah. He has a lot of, and also him lying on his application. Fraud is a continue with these immigrants and these other groups of people. But yeah, let a Negro misspell his name on the application. They won't hire him. They'll deny his application. Hell, they won't even give him a loan. All right.
Yeah.
So the yep. Go ahead.
Well, brother Negro, listen. I just wanted to get y'all started to just let you know that we starting here. Put this in the back of y'all head, family. This is the firm stance that Biden is taking as far as what his beliefs are on drug usage and dealers. Okay,
His firm stance against Negroes and black people.
but let's leave it right there. Now I want to bring something else up to y'all now, because I like kind of just making sure that we make it make sense, and ultimately, family, send this particular portion of the broadcast, to the nearest Democrat crash out family member, friend, associate, etc. that you have, and let them drown in their bad decision making. That's right. Yeah. Hold on.
We get some Kamala Harris. Let's really be clear about that.
Yeah. I had to. You know what? Hold on. Who do I have here? Let me.
You have lost your mind.
Yeah. I got. I got Dr. Umar on deck right now, but in order to make a lot of things plain, y'all, this is what we need to make sure, right? We can't forget some of the promises, ladies and gentlemen. There were promises that you will not have to face certain things under the Biden administration, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? You wouldn't have to be subjected to several things under the administration. However, just by the stroke of a pen or overnight, give it a couple days. Nah, I was just playing with you. I really meant this. So, let me bring up something here. This is going to be Jeffrey Zeitz. This guy is the coordinator. Just so I want to refresh a lot of my folks here. Right? Said that, listen, it's not even, we couldn't
so you're right.
possibly mandate for you folks anything. We couldn't possibly do this. We wouldn't do this to y'all. Okay? We wouldn't mandate that you have to take these. This is volunteer. Remember this? One and done, family. Y'all remember that? Let me go ahead and play this for you, though. Right?
So you're right. Let me be clear that the government is not now, nor will we be supporting a system that requires Americans to carry a credential. There'll be no federal vaccination database, no federal mandate requiring everyone to obtain a single vaccination credential. As these tools are being...
Let me say fair use again, while we're here as well, because, ladies and gentlemen, if you got to help us out, retweet, like, dislike, whatever you got to do, they're going to snatch it because I'm playing these kind of clips. Just to be very clear, I think my brother, Dr. Short, he has mentioned to me that they took his platform too. I've been getting emails throughout the week, ladies and gentlemen, threats from YouTube, essentially, that they are gearing up to take my platform as well. So I am on Rumble. Just want y'all to know in advance. So if you're not over there on their necks, I will be on Rumble once they finally make their full decision on how they want to take it. They snatched our brother Dr. Short's platform. He told me, and they didn't even give him any notice. Okay? So I'm on track to probably being the next up, and or I hope that the brother Wolf still survives and my brother Q. But we shall see y'all on.
I got
Rumble
my
if it
channel
comes
back.
to that.
I just got my channel back a couple of weeks ago.
So let me play some more of this here.
Considered by the private and not-for-profit sectors. Our interest is simple, and that's about protecting Americans' privacy and their rights so the systems aren't used unfairly. So we will make sure that consumers' protections are first and foremost in the private and not-for-profit sector efforts, but there will be no federal government system in place. So you're right.
Okay, that was then. Okay, we heard them. We hear you loud and clear. It sounds very nice. A little music to our ears with nothing to worry about, nothing to see here. All of that stuff, right? That was cute. Very, very fly. One other reminder. I just want to make sure that everybody gets this quick reminder as we continue to go on here, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Kamala Harris, which is also the other leg of the Biden-Harris administration. Let me play something for y'all here, ladies and gentlemen.
Should not be telling her what to do with her body.
What? Hold on.
Government should not be telling her what to do with her body.
Right. I agree. Okay, so I hear you loud and clear, right, ladies and gentlemen? We hear her loud and clear, don't we? We hear her loud and clear, I'm just building it up, family, I'm just building it up, making it make sense for everybody, Hold on, y'all. Now, the government should never tell anybody what to do with their bodies, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Let's bring it here, though. Sound good. Okay?
No, I don't think it should be mandatory. I wouldn't demand to be mandatory, but I would do everything in my power. Just like I don't think masks have to be made mandatory nationwide.
5 minutes later.
As your president, I'm announcing tonight a new plan to require more Americans to be vaccinated. I'm announcing that the Department of Labor is developing an emergency rule to require all employers with 100 or more employees that together employ over 80 million workers to ensure their workforces are fully vaccinated. I will sign an executive order that will now require all executive branch federal employees to be vaccinated. All.
Interesting. Just Biden keeping his word, you know.
He got our back. That's what he said. He got our back.
Well, hold on now, brother Negro. You know, and you know, it's just, you know, important that we simplify it for everybody. Make it plain that you are dealing with an administration that authentically and genuinely keeps its word and honesty with the population, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know, I think it is necessary that I also show something else here that'll kind of help you along in your decision making here, ladies and gentlemen. You know, because it is also his statement, right, and his promise to you that there's no possible way that the crackhead son of his could possibly get pardoned by him. He believes in the fair leg and arm of the law, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know, he sent his puppet out to run interference for him. Let's go ahead and play that.
Second one, would the president pardon or commute his son if he's convicted?
So I've answered this question before. It was asked of me not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, and I was very clear, and I said no.
Okay, let me go back to the first question of the briefing. I know you said not a lot's changed since yesterday and that it's a personal matter, but from a presidential perspective, is there any possibility that the president would end up pardoning his son?
No.
Again, you've also said several times that the president would not pardon or commute the sentences for his son, Hunter. I just want to make sure that that is not going to change over the next 6 months. The president's saying he would not.
It's still a no. It's still a no.
It will always be a no.
It's still a no. It will be a no. It is a no, and I don't have anything else to add. Will he pardon his son? No.
Second one, would the president pardon or commute his son
Hey, this administration is just cooking themselves. The entire thing is up in smoke, ladies and gentlemen. Up in smoke. However, you know, listen, let me be very clear about this. Shout out to Hunter Biden. Okay? Let me give y'all what you need here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, hold on. I believe in giving you all this stuff. This is, you know, I don't want to be emotional or none of that. We want to give Hunter Biden the opportunity, and Joe, the opportunity to show what he truly believes as far as holding, you know, up the law, as far as the way he believes in looking at things, right? You know, it's got to be done a certain way. And if it's not done a certain way, right, ladies and gentlemen, there should be some things, some consequences here. Let me bring this up to the family. Let me show you something, right? This is a firm lawmaker here, Joe Biden himself, Mr. 94 crime bill, right? Treat these guys like the thugs that they are. Keep them out of the community from his kids and all of that, family. You know? Let's keep them out of the community here. So this is for you, ladies and gentlemen.
A piece of crack cocaine, no bigger than this quarter that I'm holding in my hand, $1/4 of $1. We passed a law through the leadership of Senator Thurmond and myself and others, a law that says you're caught with that, you go to jail for 5 years. You get no probation. You get nothing other than 5 years in jail. Judge doesn't have a choice. Under our forfeiture statutes, the government can take everything you own. Everything from your car to your house, your bank account, not merely what they confiscate in terms of the dollars from the transaction that you've just got caught engaging in. They can take everything. I don't care why they've become a sociopath. We have an obligation to cordon them off from the rest of society, They are in jail. Away from my mother, your husband, our families. So I don't want to ask what made them do this. They must be taken off the street.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I am saran wrapping, fully ziploc bagging this shit out of this motherfucker. Okay? Yeah. I screw all the nice guy shit here. Okay? You got to pack him up, the hypocrisy of Joe. But let me listen, I'm going to say it like this, and I'm going to go to you, Brother Wolf. Okay? I like that Joe pardoned his son. Yeah. I like that Joe pardoned his son, and there's not a damn thing that all of those families who got locked up from that 94 crime bill are going to do about it. Nothing. And you know what? Unfortunately, family, here's the truth of the matter. We watched this administration single-handedly drop the veil as far as this illusional democracy that we're supposed to be engaging in here. Okay? They not only did they swap out Joe, during the campaign season. Not only did they get him out of the way and bring Kamala in, but Joe also said, you know what, I'm not pardoning my son. But you know what? Matter of fact, I changed my mind. I'm pardoning my son. Ain't shit you niggas gonna be able to do about it. And that's a fact. You can't do shit. Yeah, I locked a lot of your family members up. Yeah, I'm the author progenitor of the 94 crime bill and other crime bills, to be specific, right? He does have other ones. I think it was the 89 crime bill, 89 or 86. Okay? And Joe also said, you know what? I am the guy who also told y'all that I'm not going to make them vaxes mandatory. But you know what? I changed my mind too, goddammit. You need to get that back. If this ain't pimping, since pimping, been pimping, right? I don't know what it is. But we cannot listen, honestly, what has happened and continues to happen when I say 90% of black women voting for this Democratic Party and nearly 80% bringing up the rear end as far as black men, what happens and continues to happen to our community is our own fault, collectively. This election itself, this year's election itself, showed that it is more so on us, unfortunately. We're telling these parties how to deal with us. We got to deal with them with the extreme nature that is necessary. YouTube, I'm not talking about any violence. I know how you like to pull my shit down. I'm not putting a target on Biden's back, YouTube. You piece of shit. Okay? I'm talking about the reality with which our people continue to live in. We stand for nothing, we fall for anything. That's collectively, right? Individual W's don't really mean much at all, honestly, when they know that the majority of our folks are programmed. This is why they're still not moving off of that fucking let's roll a celebrity out to talk to these Negroes. Huh? Khalid Muhammad, help me out.
This is a sick Negro.
Huh? Let's roll a celebrity out to go ahead and holler at them. Let me give you Beyonce for 3 minutes and she'll get 10 million. Tax-paying money. Huh? But
Hey,
you know
Chef.
what, brother? Yeah. Go Go ahead, sir.
Does that sound like that question? Are we the Negro problem? Or in the guise of what you're presenting here, if we're doing this to ourselves per se by not selecting things in our own interests, are we the perpetuator of the Negro problem of exterminating ourselves?
Well,
I don't want to pull up. I don't want to be the brother Q for the day because he ain't here. But this is a hard look in the mirror, brother. This is a hard look in the mirror.
well, I mean, again, what did we do when he dropped the 94 crime bill on a lot of folks? Nothing. What did we do when he made the vaccines mandatory?
Went to the Sizzler for the all you can eat bread biscuits and cutlet.
Hey,
Went to the Sizzler. Went to the Sizzler right after church. What? Hey, listen,
hold on.
Lone Wolf know what I'm talking
I'm gonna
about.
lay you up. I'm gonna give you what you need. Go ahead, keep cooking. I'm gonna bring you up to the Sizzler house. Hold on.
Well,
Let me give you what you want.
Well, I know what I'm talking about. I had this conversation with my pop just the other day.
Catholic Church that
Go ahead.
Just the other.
Where the percolator?
Hey, listen, just the other day I had the conversation with my pop. I was like, Pop, when the last time you was up in church and they preached on fasting? And he was like, nah, that's always, we got to go. Pastor been up there preaching for 3 hours. I sure is hungry. Will we going to the Outback? We going to the Outback on 1 to 9 or we going to the one on Route 22?
Come on, a Golden Corral, nigga. Go ahead. Yeah. Cracker Barrel, nigga.
Golden Corral. That's the one. Yeah. Shout out to the old head black folk after the deacons meeting going to the Cracker Barrel. Shout to the deacons meeting going to the Cracker Barrel after the deacons meeting. That's crazy. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, the chicken and dumplings and shit. Yeah,
but to answer your question, Chef, to answer your question, that's what happened after that crime bill was signed. That's what happened.
Yeah. Well. You know what? Like I said, what happened? What happened after the we standing up against police brutality? Niggas was kneeling. They said, give Jay-Z the charge of the Super Bowl. Nigga said, all right, it's time to get up. I like the Super Bowl.
You know,
I like the Super Bowl.
You know, Cracker Barrel ain't that bad. Cracker Barrel ain't that bad. I mean, they country fried steak ain't too bad if you can stand all them white folks staring you down when you sit down.
Right. I miss them wings, you know, and the Golden Corral be making some good prime rib. Nigga, I could go get that prime rib with the rib.
They got fried okra on. They got fried okra on first Sunday.
Yeah, with the that fried okra have niggas lined up for the catfish nuggets. But, sir, then they say, you know what? Listen, you know what? You Negroes ain't gonna do shit. You know what? Go ahead and vax that thing up. Matter of fact, you know what? I know you. I'm gonna give you a joint for a jab. Okay. Matter of fact, you know what? Hold on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get you cranked. Hold on.
So every Tuesday and Friday in Hollywood, they have a Catholic church that gives this stuff out. This is what we living at, y'all, and this is what the government's doing. Joe Biden said he spent $60 million on paraphernalia for drugs, and this is what it looks like. It says being alive. This is a meth pipe. Yep. Right here with this bubble thing. I guess you put the meth in there. This is a crack pipe. Yep. Okay. These are all instructions on how to overdose treatment and education. This is the needle in here. I'm not going to open this. I'm scared.
That's for heroin?
Yes, for heroin. It has the alcohol pass.
That's a real needle?
It's a needle in there. Oh my God. And these things are like a black and mild filter that you put on the crack pipe so you don't think no one's saliva, so you don't get sick, and you can do your drugs. And so this is
they like if you're gonna do drugs, we're gonna give it to you so that you can do it the proper way without getting sick.
Because we're not stopping it. We're not gonna stop it.
Exactly.
This is letting you know that it's gonna be here. This is what they.
Nigga, it's Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got shit to do. I'm gonna get you high.
Nah, that's not the Biden one. Biden said it's Monday. You ain't got no job, and I'm gonna get you high.
Yeah.
Chef, you know they passing those out today. At the Jehovah's Witness church right here around the corner. They pass out they give you chili, they give you a hot cup of coffee. It be folk that ain't even homeless that be standing in line. The chili ain't bad. I can't deny actually. And at the end of that line, the next thing they say is, "Do you know anybody who's on drugs?" The little Becky little girl. It's a totally different vibe than stop and frisk over at that pink toed Jehovah's Witness spot. Do you know anyone who's on drugs, sir? Because if you we have free Narcan, we got all the Narcan you want.
Hey, go right up store. Wait, why don't you go next door to Philly and see how that plan is working out very well in the Black Negro communities to the point that it's spiraling out of control. And you know, anybody go in the comic section say anything otherwise, I go up and down Philly streets daily if I need to. So yes, I see the fiends coming out early in the morning or late night. Oh, they out there deep. And it's like on some thriller stuff.
It is.
It's like thriller
Night of the
family.
Living Dead, man,
Night
and
of the
the
Living
zombie
Basehead.
game is
Shout
crazy.
out, Night of the Living Basehead. Shout out to Public Enemy. That's what I'm
Hey,
seeing.
hey, Chef C, to go back to your what you saying on about what do we do at the '94 crime bill? I can't put that on Black America. I can't. I'm gonna push black man. I can't put that jacket on Black America. I'm gonna put that to Negroes point. That's at and Lone Wolf point. That's at CBC. That's the Congressional Black Caucus. They just try to tell us that that's what black people wanted back then. When I really dig in the archives, black folk wasn't really stomping like that in the community, talking about, can you please police us more? That was a Congressional Black Caucus with the alley oop for the catfish nuggets. They still chomping on today.
Mm. Well, I tell you what. Listen, gentlemen and ladies, I'm just picking up the inaction. You gotta have a contributing factor to the environment with which folks live or don't live in. You gotta participate in order for it to get this way. And that's my thing. A lot of folks, they said, "Oh, I had to take the vax because I had to pay my bills and all of this." And okay, but again, I mean, what do we do? What do we do? Listen, hold on. For a lot of, particularly, I'm going at the Christians. Hold on. Let me get this. And Brother Wolf, if you can, do me a favor, sir. Can you prepare a scripture, if you can? I'm going after the script after the Christians in this moment, particularly when we talk about this pandemic situation. Fear no man but God. And I just saw God leave for those 2 or 3 years. God was nowhere to be found. Because I saw God-fearing men and women build to the will of another man than God's will. That's what I saw with my eyes. To be very clear, I saw men and women bend to the will of another man, not God. So again, here's what, like, for me, it's like, then you null and void your opportunity to victimize yourself. Honestly, you void it in that moment. Right? I lost 30% of my business during those years. 30% of it. Never regrouped from it because I wouldn't get shot up. I wouldn't allow myself. Okay? And then some of the cats that was rocking with me, some of the chefs I had, they moved on. All right? So, in situations like this, because ultimately they forced a lot of business owners to impose this on their employees. Okay? You were kind of forced with that. Many environments. However, for my Christians, I look at you sideways because you got to be.
This is a sick Negro.
If you allowed that shit to go in your body. What part of the book are you reading? Right? That's why I'm asking Brother Wolf. Help me out with a scripture here in this moment, sir. Because I don't know what, maybe it was only one part of the book that they was reading. You know, they went to their go-to scripture, you know, the one that that they got bookmarked every day. but you had to turn a few more pages during this time, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm saying as the God-fearing Christians. God-fearing. Apparently, God ain't, the fear for man superseded God in this moment. Well, Brother Wolf, what say you, sir? Am I reaching here? I mean, what say you, sir?
Doc, you've put a lot on the table.
Yeah.
I mean, you put a lot on the table. I mean, we ain't even dealt with the betrayal of Biden and that whole pardon piece. So, look, I'll give you a scripture.
Okay.
I'm going to put it in the chat right now. It's a good scripture. It says, it's better to obey God than man. We need to put our trust in the Lord than man. But most of us, again, I'm of the opinion that we don't trust God. A lot of folks don't even like God no more, and that's a hard pill to swallow. But
well, brother Wolf, I've been saying a lot of Christians are closet atheists, sir. I am a firm believer that a lot of Christians are $5 atheists, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I mean, when I said this, somebody, people got outraged, but I said, no. You're supposed to fear him or it or whatever way you interpret this being, not man. So this is why, I probably believe during my understanding during the COVID years, I was probably the most spiritual I had ever been in my life.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Leaning on him or it or her to make way for me. All right? Knowing that the particular stance I took cost financially. It really did. It really hit me bad. However, let me see what this scripture is you have here, sir. Let me bring this on up for us. Yeah. Okay. So, what are we looking at here, sir?
Psalms 118 says, "It is better to trust in the Lord than to put your confidence in man." And we've seen that whole pandemic piece where God wasn't even on the radar because everybody was running scared and they got the shot.
They was running scared or they had their mouths full with fucking crab legs. I saw a lot of niggas with crab legs and extra butter sauce.
When they was having conversations, well, I got Modero. I got Johnson & Johnson. Well, I got, what's the other one? I got the Pfizer shot. It was crazy.
You have lost your mind.
It was crazy. And those who have natural immunity like myself, you crazy. You killed them. You can't come around. Okay.
Oh, you got banished.
Oh, you got banished.
Yeah, you got banished, Brother Wolf? I got banished. I know I got banished a few places.
Yeah. So I'm saying, but from there, it spilled off into this whole political piece where now, who you voting for? Because we should all be voting for hint Biden, right? We are voting for, as a pool, as a collective, right? We can't have Trump in the White House. And if you didn't vote for him, you're a misogynist. Oh, you hate women. You about the patriot. Well, we're gonna just hold you hostage. Don't give you none. No looking for you. No cooking for you. No cleaning for you. Nothing.
I get no cheeks.
No cheeks.
Okay.
No cheeks.
Well, you know what? Hold on, Brother Wolf. Let me show you because You fear mongering. Yeah.
Good.
Hold on. They said you didn't. See. This is part of if you didn't vote for Kamala or the continued administration that is Democrat. Right? Let me bring this up. Yeah, let's play this because everybody's afraid all of a sudden, sir. Everybody's afraid.
Concerns have you had about speaking out?
That I'm gonna be like murdered. Like one day I'm gonna be walking down the street and somebody's gonna come up and like shoot me or something.
That's a really scary thing to be worrying about at 10 years old.
Yeah, that should not be a worry.
All right.
That's a whole nother conversation.
It's however, it's still the reflection of the controlled propaganda via the Democratic Party, sir, lying to these folks. Who's attacking a 10-year-old trans, gender affirming, blah, blah, blah? Who the heck is it? And the parents, I need CPS to be called on those parents.
As Keith Swift said, nobody.
Right.
but we know
This is a sick Negro.
Yeah.
But we got countless examples of Negro black children get murdered by police. Hell, they got Karen Bryant running around, her spirit living on to this day because they didn't lock her wretched behind up. So I'm tired of these false equivalents from the LGBTQ plus whatever community when it comes to the plight of Negro and Black American people. In order for them to get legitimacy for their causes, and because of and this is fabricated through the DNC and the CBC, and hell, you might as well throw in the bootlicking D9s up in there and all them little people, your crazed academics as well. You could throw them into the equation too, because they're their major component to stepping on the back of me. They will put that in the classroom over teaching regular Black history, family. Again, I'll say that again. They will put that nonsense in the classroom over teaching real history.
Well, brother, here's part of the controlled propaganda. It doesn't stop with just the fearing of this, ladies and gentlemen. We got Mr. Tank himself.
Oh, don't go Tank right now. Let me cook this batter for 1 second.
Yeah.
I have a special relationship with this whole 1994 piece.
Okay, talk about it.
I became the police in 1994.
Okay.
7/11/94. You don't forget that you was hired, or you retired, or you get fired, or rehired and retired. So you don't forget those dates. And I have a very clear memory about the mayors at the time in these predominantly Black cities were complaining about the crime. And they were on board with the CBC, with the Biden crime bill in 86 and in 94.
Come on.
Okay? So when I finished my academy in March of 95, graduated, they put you on the streets. And at the height of that whole drug epidemic, I'm right there in the thick of it. At least from 88 to 98, especially in DC, Washington, DC. It was one of my former retired officers, Mitch Cradle. He did a movie called 12 Years of Hell. And it documented from 88 to 98, the crime, the cocaine, the killings. And I am very clear about that whole 3 strikes and how it devastated families. I mean, it literally destroyed families. Maybe it's one thing to have the act in '86 deal with the drugs, but the crime bill deal with, we're going to keep them locked up. No mercy. They're going to get locked up. They can't get out. Minimum time. 3, 4, 5 years, can't get out. So when I see what Biden did with his son, I'm just seeing, hold up. The majority of Black women supported Biden, right? Black women. It's the same one who's responsible for locking up or having our boys and girls locked up. But you got on board with the same one who was the architect of the bill. And now his son gets a 10-year pardon, not a 1-year pardon, but a 10-year pardon for a bill he put in place that was a curse to the Black community. See, we talking about Biden cussing all the time, but we don't deal with him putting that curse on the Black community. That crime bill was a C-U-R-S-E, a curse. And our Black women was standing shoulder to shoulder with this dude, man.
Come on.
And now he wouldn't even let his own son get the time he deserved and gave him a 10-year pardon. And we still got guys in jail from probably in the 90s and the 2000s are waiting to get out.
Right.
That is what you call treachery, man.
It's diabolical.
And to see the sisters still on board supporting this, it speaks to how crazy, deranged, and out of touch they are with the Black community.
Hold on. Let me, Dr. Umar, help us out.
You have lost your mind.
That's the only explanation.
You have lost your mind.
That's the only explanation.
You have lost your mind.
Dr. Umar.
You have lost your mind.
You know, because listen, that's the only explanation when it comes to these sisters. A good amount of them.
It's not just community. It's not just the community. It's reality.
It's almost laughable because again, they gave their sweat loyalty. They gave their blood. They became the face, the targets of the Democrat Party, and they're going to pay a price because some of these other factions in this nation have a target, Black women. So you can't be surprised that Trump don't have nobody Black women in his cabinet because they sided with the man who put their children in the jail. Their husbands and fathers and sons and nephews and cousins and uncles. And they sided with him, man. When you talk about betrayal, and then you're going to get mad at Black men for not supporting the man who who not just pardoned his son, but pardoned him all the way back to, 10 years. That's betrayal, bro. That's betrayal. That's what I'm saying. Look at right now, Black women, I need you to have a seat.
Come on.
I need you to have a seat because you did enough damage. Not all, but it's time for the patriarch
come on.
to just impose their will. Okay? Because you ain't getting it. We don't have time to be emotional. We got to be logical.
Right.
Okay. And Sheffy did a great job of putting that video together because I needed to say this about this whole Biden pardon, but he couldn't wait to keep our children, fathers, uncles, nephews, cousins, aunts too, because the crime bill, it didn't discriminate.
It gaffled. Yeah, it gaffled.
Got the sisters too. Okay. And nobody want to hear that when he was running. We don't want to hear that. That was 30 years
then.
ago.
Yeah, right. Come on.
Years ago, right?
This is a sick Negro.
Come on. Yeah,
And now
yeah.
he pardons his son and says this, then what you gonna do? And they still get behind him. That's a sickness, man. That's betrayal, man. That's treasonous. That's treasonous behavior, man.
Because they got to be doing this. Mr. Clark, help us out.
You smoke crack, don't you?
They got to be doing that in order to be thinking this shit is smooth and sweet. 90 to the tune of 90%.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, to the tune of almost 80% black men. Come on, man. You got to. Umar.
You have lost your mind.
Umar.
You have lost your mind.
And he, along with others in that party, claimed to be the moral authorities, that nobody is above the law but my son.
But my son. That part. Everybody can get it except for my son.
And watched, again, I locked up. Look, I got a lot of folks I put on the book. They deserved it. And I made some, and look, the ones I put on the book, I ain't discriminating. I locked them all up. Male, female, black, white, Asian, Latino. You broke it, the law, I put you on the books. I did show some mercy too. So I'll be the first one to say, look here, I was not one of those, well, I was nice. I mean, I was pro-black, still is pro-black when I was there. Couldn't believe what I saw. But
you had to book them. You had to tag them and bag them.
In order to learn anything, you got to put the work in. So for me to be the popo, guess what I had to do? Learn how to be the popo. What that means, you got to put some folks on the book. I didn't have to create no crime. They was causing crime. They was doing the crime.
Come on.
I had discretion, and I did use my discretion. There was some they didn't go, but some did go. And some needed to get off the street because they was predators. And at the same time, I came on 7/11/94. And that was the year that crime bill went into effect. So,
came on fresh, brought the new blood to usher in the man.
Yeah.
Y'all got something tonight, y'all. Y'all got a little something tonight, to be very clear.
Look, as soft-spoken as I am, and as Pentecostal as I am too, and don't forget, I still do them guns. I still a firearm instructor. You don't know. You have no idea who you're talking to. You really don't. You really don't know who you're talking to. But I'm a peaceful man. I'm a peacemaker, like the scripture says. Blessed are peacemakers, for they are the children of God. But what he did to us is unforgivable. That's one of those, a proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, or those who sow discord among the brethren. That's what he did. Okay?
Man, listen, I like the cook up tonight. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, Brother Juan J. Johnson, I got one final question then.
Right.
And based off what we're looking at here, I'm going to go through the brothers too. What's the bigger curse, sir? 94 or LBJ?
I'm going to have to say LBJ. Because LBJ made us, it took away our independence. It made us codependent on the system. And again, in parts of our community, they grabbed hold onto that LBJ and the bills passed, and they just ignored the rest of the community. Yeah, that LBJ did. It was. I think it did. I mean, if you're talking about just in lockups, incarceration, 94, because we wasn't going to jail like that back in those 60s. Okay, but if you're talking about how it shifted the mindset of the people, to being instead of being independent but codependent on the system. Oh, 64 did us bad. 64 did us bad. We're still recovering. That's why that's why the sisters are so scared right now. That fear you're seeing about destroy the whole system, because they're seeing everything has an expiration date. The benefits, the welfare system is about to dry up. Welfare was supposed to be a place, not a resting place. It should have been a place to get you to. It should have been a place to get you to a certain place. But you weren't supposed to rest in welfare for 30, 40, 50, 60 years.
Right. Come on.
Should be just a place, like a transitional place. But many of us made that our resting place.
Yeah, they got there and they stayed there, sir.
Yeah.
They overstayed the welcome, or exaggerated or extracted the resources in that environment. That is a fact, sir.
Yeah.
Let me go to the Brother Negro. Brother Negro, are you there, sir? What's the greater curse, LBJ or the 94? That Brother Negro's probably zapped. Let me go to Brother Coke. He might be zapped too, though. But Brother Coke, if you had to compare the greater curse, LBJ or the 94 crime bill, sir? Okay, both of these brothers is zapped. Well, that's all right.
Oh no, Chef, see, I'm here. I thought my mic was off. LBJ or the I'm sitting there talking. I'm like, ain't nobody hear me. LBJ or the 94 crime bill. I'm gonna give it a tie. On one hand, you got LBJ, and on the other hand, you got LGB. So when I look at the results of it, but then again, oh gosh, Lee, I might have to say LBJ, because see, the 94 crime bill didn't quite involve any of the non-black people coming to America. Or correction, the 94 crime bill rather did not involve non-black Americans per se. The LBJ, that Civil Rights Act, to Lone Wolf's point earlier, it not only gave us, we took the money out of our pockets and put it in other people's pockets that was spitting our food just to sit at the lunch table at the luncheonette. And then immediately after that, here come that Immigration Act. And we're still dealing with the 94 crime bill, but we dealing with the 94 crime bill atop the civil rights integration, atop the Immigration Act. So you see how it's almost spiraling out of control. But yeah, we got to I heard the term. I even thought about Brother Juan. I said I'm gonna start. Who is Dr. Short? Yeah, it was y'all last episode. Dr. Short said we need to arrest. We have to arrest the bleeding out. Might be too late, but you got to arrest the bleeding out. So Black America need a tourniquet, turkey neck, all of this stuff. Wow, these medical terms I don't know about, but I don't heard of. But that's just what I feel. We still haven't just quite. I mean, we working on it. We get it together. Hopefully, it's not too late. But we need to arrest the situation from that Immigration Act, which beget that, from that Civil Rights Act, which beget the Immigration Act, which to me beget that 94 crime bill, and here we are.
Man, I listen. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. For me personally, LBJ's curse continues to have the greater impact. And why? Why does LBJ's curse? Because it still attacks the psyche of our people. The give these Negroes something, and I'll have control of them for the next 200 years. The giving, the illusion of something being given to our folks has crippled us collectively, right? The first black, the reason why they refuse to abandon the first black talking point is because that ties back into LBJ's giving the Negro something. That's part of the 200 plus year curse, the giving of something to us. So every year, or at least 2 to 5 times a year, minimum, y'all, we have to have a first black something. That is their way of saying within this system, black folks were given opportunity to have more, which in turns presents itself to the collective as, hey, we can all have that same opportunity as well when it's not designed for that. Right? That's also what turns into this quote unquote spending power that we have. Right? The quote unquote spending power. I call it quote unquote because that very spending power does nothing but reinforce everyone else who comes here. United Nations.
That's that economic stuff what I was talking about earlier.
Hold up, Brother Juan, you muted, brother. Let's get you unmuted.
Black group economic suicide. That's what it is. We've been practicing black group economic suicide for so long that we call it now spending power. Come on. It's crazy.
This is a sick Negro.
We have convinced leadership. It's been the leadership, CBC, your mayors, and your preachers.
And your legacy organizations. Keep going.
And your legacy organizations have always been pushing this spending power, never seen it as black group economic suicide. Because if you don't control your economy in your own neighborhoods,
it's not spending power then.
It ain't spending power.
You understand me?
It's suicide.
Come on, man.
The Jewish community, and we always had these conversations, we know how many times their money bounced.
Come on, talk, come on.
It bounced about 25 times. Minimum. The Asians, their money stayed in their community. The Latinos, it stays in their community. In our community, once that check hit, it's out.
Out.
Immediately. It can't wait to leave. That is the epitome of black group economic suicide.
Come on, man.
We cannot see the spending power, and that was a play on words right there. I've always hated that word. How is it spending power when you don't own nothing?
Not a lick, not even your own community. God damn.
Hey, why you cooking with? Brother Juan is saying something that listen, man. I have been trying to debunk this myth for so long, and I have been attacked. I have been, you don't know what you talk. You just want to hate on you black folk want to go up. And now, see, there's two sides to this spending power coin. On one side, you got we don't need no reparations because all we going to do is go out and buy rims and Mercedes. That's one side of it. And then the other side is folk that, hey, we just, we pool our money together and black folk got this 1.4 trillion spending power. I came across a video on YouTube. I think it was about Hezekiah News or one of them, but it was one of those older videos. It looked like it was from the 60s at post integration one. So it looked like it was from the 60s, but it wasn't focused on the Black Americans from below the Mason-Dixon and the South. It was more focused on the Black Americans that had were the descendants of the migration, because the film was circled around. I think it was New York or Chicago, but essentially what America did, especially retail America, the video, they have the guy in the background talking like this for the 1960s, and look at this is Darlene right here. She's going to Bergdorf Goodman. Now Darlene was in Jim Crow just 10 years ago,
Right.
but look at her now with her white gloves, and she's got all because black folk were now coming up into the to the Bergdorfs and to the Bloomingdales and you feel me? And to all of those places my mama used to talk to me about, the Bambergers and all of that. Um, they that's a market spending power is a marketing term.
Correct.
So you got buying power, you got spending power, and the buying power is reserved for Wall Street. That is how much can you diversify stock with a single dollar. Spending power is a term, to Juan's point. You give the people to run the jukes on them to get that very last dime up out of their pockets. Because when you break down that $1.4 trillion, the majority of those funds don't go to brand new Benzes. The majority of those funds typically go to necessities, but to Lone Wolf's point, who are the owners of the businesses of these necessities, down to the electric bill, down to the cell phone bill, down to yeah. So
Brother
I just
Coke,
had to say that.
No, watch this, Brother Coke. It is a whistle blow to the illegal immigrant who comes here and says the United States is the land of milk and honey and opportunity. And if you want to make something of yourself, you build a business on the back of this man who's laying on the floor right now. You put your business in their community, and don't worry about it. Don't worry about what it's going to cost. We got you. But we're telling you the best way to get it done is to drop it in their community, and they'll come and spend it with you. Because why? You know why? Because they have such and such amount of spending power, sir.
That's a misnomer. They sing that to the high heavens. Salute to the Lone Wolf for waking that up, because a lot of folk don't understand that is a misnomer that was thrust upon us through marketing departments of Bambergers. I'm with my address on that one. So yeah, I ain't gonna say that it's neck and neck. My address, LBJ, also passed a Hart-Celler Immigration Act of 1965, which opened the floodgates. There's an image of LBJ standing at the foot of that Statue of Liberty, and where LBJ did everything but tell them folks she still got shackles on her feet because she is meant for emancipation. LBJ sat there and offered the Statue of Liberty, that copper-colored woman, to those immigrants on a green platter. He offered it to him. When he passed that shit went around America. A lot of folk think it's all about the Ellis Island scallywags. No, the Statue of Liberty became a symbol of immigration in the 60s after the 1960s. After the Integration Act, the Immigration Act is where the Statue of Liberty was truly offered on the silver platter to all of these folk that are coming here in these pink-toed tethers, Semite supremacist tethers. You understand what I'm saying? Consuelo wasn't quite getting the alley-oop just yet. But yeah, the Statue of Liberty, that's a symbol for you. I'll never, and to this day, folk don't realize that it's shackles on that copper-colored woman's feet.
That's a fact. I changed the sound, but that was a Kamala Harris fact. Let's be clear about that. Okay? You know what? But this is where we are now, ladies and gentlemen. So I wanted to bring that up to you just to make, we had to make it make sense here. You are looking at the fakest version of whatever this quote unquote democracy is supposed to be. You are living in a republic and more so leaning and slanted toward a dictatorship only. Shadow dictatorship. And I can't even say so much shadow because we saw a few of them come out during the campaign season. It's not so much shadow, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Ari Emanuel. Shout out to Barry Dillinger. All right. And shout out to what's her name? Christy Walcott or Walmart. Yeah. It's not so much a shadow, a dictatorship. So let's go ahead and play a little bit of Tank, because Tank has some words for black heterosexual men. As Tank has spent most of his career presenting as a heterosexual male until he saw the coast was clear to finally, stand 10 toes on Bussy. Okay? He's also a Bussy bandit as well. Okay? So, ladies, if you don't know, now you know. Stop liking Tank.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, you mean from henceforth forward, his name is now christened to Sugar in this tank?
Yeah, it's just tanked. Yeah, and he got tanked in his tanked. Paused. But yeah, this is Mr. Zesty himself. He's been zesty. I think he came out with the full zest admission about 8 years ago. But other than that, his whole career, he was pulling a Busta Rhymes, per se, cosplaying heterosexuality. But let's play this.
Well, let me ask you. So what you're challenging in that is not necessarily, am I hearing the challenge of sexuality or the double standard?
It's us.
Mm-hmm.
It's us. There's something about,
when you say us,
black men.
Yep. Black men, okay.
There's something about black men and the homosexual conversation that is it is a mess. The phobia as it relates to black men is the elephant in the room.
Nigga, talk for yourself.
Ain't no damn phobia about no. Look, I don't give a damn who you sleep with.
Let's go, Lone Wolf. Let's go, Lone Wolf.
I think people are trying to, again, when you don't control the media, you don't control the narrative. And we don't control our own media outlets, but the others who control it, this is what they want to hear. About the phobia among black men, the misogyny. Why they so against us? What do we do to them? It did nothing to us. Only pay no mind. But this is their way to get their message out. It's like that little Latino woman. Stop talking about black folks and talk about Latinos.
Come on.
Stop talking about heterosexual males and talk about gay men.
That's a fact.
Okay? Why? I mean, again, man, I'm a chill.
Hey, brother Lone Wolf, I got one for you. Stop talking about all of these black businesses and owning the revenue, and start talking about this spending and your power you feel once you get that receipt from the Bloomingdales.
Come on. Hold on, Omar, help him out.
You have lost your mind.
That's all. That's all I can say that makes sense right now.
Here it is. I can understand what Tank and the others who are having this conversation. I know why they're having. I believe I know why they're having the conversation. The squeaky wheel gets the most attention.
That's a fact.
Okay?
That's a fact.
And they are a very small community. We look at the bigger community or just the nation in general, they're not that big. But again, they know how to demand attention. You're going to look at me. You're going to listen to me. And you're going to acknowledge my presence.
Yeah.
Well, we see you, we hear you, but we got bigger issues than your sexual preference.
Right.
You say, I don't regulate your bedroom, what you do there, but we try to project it as something that's more important than the survival of my people. That's when you're out of order. And that's when you're out of line. And that's when you need to have a seat, or I will put you down.
You have lost your mind.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
hey, Chef, see, Brother Low Wolf said the squeaky heels get the most baby oil.
Pause.
Pause.
Oh, man, that's crazy. Listen, hold
I
on.
think the bigger agenda is to make the black male look moist around the world.
That part.
If you can portray black men as emasculated, castrated, docile, neutered, homosexual, then there's no need to have them in existence. Why would you want to promote a species of men who are going against the nature? You got to get rid of them. Because the other men around the world are very masculine, patriotic. They're not as giving and nor they're not as kind as Black American males to their women. And other ones, they don't play with this old homosexual piece. They kill you.
Boo bye bye, the cocky boy Deem.
Hey, listen, man. I was thinking of buck breaking, but actually, it's not quite. Would it? Well, but Lone Wolf, would it feel like is a digital with the way media is going? Because to be clear, this is part of the media attack. I thought it was at first. I'm like, is this like a modern day buck breaking? But I was like, no. A lot of the buck breaking already happened. Because to your point, these folk are willingly bending the knee and bending over and all of that stuff. So that's already done. That's already in the psyche. That can be passed along through generation for generation. This is more like a digital Derby's dose, if you will. These text to type, that's the slave that's responsible for being sent out and for defecating in the mouth of the other slave, defecating in the eyes of the other slave, rubbing salt, pepper, vinegar on the wounds of the other slave. You come here and it's after the lashings and after the sodomy has taken place. Then you got to send out the zestiest one to defecate his own people to defecate into the mouths. And it's even better if you do it in front of his wife and his kids.
Well, watch this. Just fast forward to the 21st century. If I can show the world on every mainstream media outlet and cable and your local, if we are portrayed our women as independent, strong, hard-headed, want to fight each other, all things gutter, right? Black women, the least desired among all women.
Right, come on.
I portray the males as homosexual, weak, gay, docile, emasculated, castrated, then what good is that group of people? What are they good for? If that type of behavior is looked as a cancer from the world perspective, then who are the people who have that cancer? So what you do with them? They become expendable.
You clean them up. Yep. Get them up out the way.
And the whole world would get on board because we don't get with the women who are independent. You can't tell them nothing. They want to fight. They're too strong and masculine. And the guys are too weak. They ain't even warriors. So this is a campaign, a very good campaign to basically undermine, minimize the whole Black collective.
Well, brother Wolf, watch me here now. Watch this. And watch this, family. Watch this. We did a broadcast where we touched on the 10 stages of genocide.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. And we also touched in one of those stages how they propagandized through media, right? The assassination of a group. Okay. And what we showed in that is the worldview of one particular a subset of people. In this case, what they did with the small hats at that time, but now the same tactic with which they're doing with us. Show all women to be very aggressive. Show men, even if they're not actual black Americans, but they have that color. Show them to be zesty like this. Look at ASAP Zesty, Rihanna's baby father. ASAP Zesty, he will do anything to stay relevant, y'all, to be very clear. He will do anything. Does not matter to him. As long as he can stay out there and be in front of the camera, walk around like the little sassy, zesty, husband, right? The little house husband. He go with that. You can't show a people people in their natural state where men are filling roles with which are supposed to be filled in the masculine way, and the women then being effeminate. No, we got to make sure that there's already preconceived assumptions and thought processes about these folks, even already implanted in the illegals before they get here. Right? So they come with a particular mindset already as far as attacking our group. Okay?
Well, wait a minute. Well, Chef C, don't forget, he making sure that he go ahead and put another one up in that Fenty bag. Yeah. Ensure, look, triple down on that palimony. Yeah. You feel me? Triple down on that. Because at the end of the day, remember how the courts lay out, it goes to who actually makes the most income. Or which, just a shout out to Halle Berry. Shout out to Mary J. Blige. Yeah, I see what you're doing, ASAP. I ain't hating on you, brother, because since Wild done called out the pocket watching, we just gonna go ahead and put the bifocals on. Yeah, I see what you're doing there, ASAP Rocky. You keep popping one up in her because your career is down bad, my boy.
Well, you got to cook up something, because she done. Well, she's Fenty. Yeah, she done got on her knees long enough via Jay-Z and others, but mainly Jay-Z, and gave her the herp. And she done passed it on. So ASAP, he definitely got that herp bubbling up real nice up on him, and gave birth to the herpy baby.
I dropped the scripture in the post in the chat.
Yeah. Let's check out this scripture here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Brother Wolf. Can you wake that up for us, sir?
Deuteronomy 22:5 says that a woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. Show Aesop again.
Come on, man.
Let's go. I'll tell you. Man, listen.
The woman shall not wear that pertains to a man, neither shall a man put a woman's garment, for all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy God. And that's LORD capital. That's the self-existing God. That's not the lowercase. That's the self-existing, whether it's Islam, Judaism, Christianity. It's the big one. And this guy, but within.
Hey Juan, for us with the I stay for us with the single digit IQ score over here, I stand on 5. Yeah, I understand. I'm a 5 IQ nigga over here. Can you break down this word abomination for us single digits over here, sir? Abomination.
Bring me up, because I'm a 2 on the IQ. So Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I hear abomination. I think the abominable snowman. You talking? Is that what abomination? What's abomination when it come down to the scriptures?
When you're talking about in the biblical context of scripture, an abomination is something that is considered to be vile, vicious, or terrible. Okay. And is regarded as a disgust or hated before God. Okay.
Hated.
Yeah. Because watch this. If even if you don't subscribe to being a Christian, right? But I believe that God made man in his image.
Right. Come on.
You know? Now the image of God is not necessarily man. I want to go here. Let's not go here. We'll do the abomination speech. We'll do it. I'm already here. Look.
But we need to go. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time, minister. Take your time. Take your time, lone wolf. Take your time.
Take your time.
I'm saying, look here. When we talk about the image of God, and we talk about God's greatest gift, he gave us Adam. Whether you subscribe to whatever book you subscribe to, you know, Quran, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, Confucianism, you still have the creator making man in his own image. Now we know that really we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So the image of God is really spirit. But he formed man out the dust of the earth, man. Okay? And he was proud that he made man. That's his greatest creation is man. If you knew how great you were, you wouldn't be cutting up as much. With that said, when you go against his creation, you go against him. But when you go against the, what's that? I want to say it right. When you go against, I want to say this thing right, the function of his creation. Man was supposed to rule, have dominion over everything. And if man's not ruling, he's not in his proper context. He gave him dominion over the fish of the sea, the fowl of the air, the cattle, the creepers, and told him to rule. Most of us don't want to rule because we don't like resistance. We just want to be able to say stuff and do stuff and no resistance. But truly, if you're going to be walking in the creation, in the authority of God, then you got to rule everything around you. These folks don't want men to rule. They want men to bend over. Man, I would just say, you know, this whole homosexual piece deals with trying to break God's creation down. If you're able to conquer a man, oh my God.
You ain't black.
Listen.
It's not the color. It's not the color. That's what I'm saying.
So while we wasn't even supposed to be wearing fig leaves in the first place, and we damn sure wasn't supposed to be looking at Eve talking about, yep, ooh, that fig leaf look good on you. Can I try it on?
Yeah. Well. This guy.
When I think about these guys having these conversations, look at it. Whatever you do in private, you do, but just don't try to make the whole nation and world accept it as normal. Because be fruitful and multiply was not a suggestion. It was a command from God. Be fruitful and multiply. I can't be fruitful if I'm going into your rectum. And I can't be fruitful if I'm a carpet muncher. Okay? I need to have a woman so we can be fruitful, multiply. Man and man can't do it, and woman can't do it. So that means you're going against the image, the function, the creator. And that's what make it out of order. Okay?
You know, and you know, here's why that's why I say a lot of people are continuing to leave the church because a lot of the foundational pillars within the church, principle wise, are absent. Right? You got pastors now catering to the community with which goes against the very word. They prioritize them over the standard, and I just find it to be listen, I'll keep it a buck. My thing with the gays, y'all do what you do. Okay? Y'all do what y'all do. I don't have no problem with you. Particularly as long as you are not imposing your will on the youth. As long as you are not trying to live vicariously through these kids because you have survived in some of your eyes, right? Because a lot of them like to believe they've survived an era where they weren't allowed to be their true selves. Okay? So now, when we're dealing with a time that is much more accepting of this conduct, they like to now live vicariously through the kids that they adopt or have through these surrogates. Okay? Shout out D. Wade. D. Wade, it shows us every time you see him in the public how far or how much he wanted to be a particular thing, but he's quote unquote survivor or having survived an era with which that kind of conduct was not acceptable.
Oh, Chef C, take some of that. Chef C, take some of that lone wolf buying power and go ahead. That's what Tank said. Take some of that lone wolf buying power and go ahead and get you some of that D Wade nail polish line. Yeah. This man got a whole nail polish line out now. That's crazy. The economics, man.
Let me play some more. Let me play this here. Let me play some more.
And no one will actually articulate their devastation, right? Because you have to.
And this is why I get annoyed with some of these cats that try to sound smart and or deep, philosophical Negroes. Tank, you're not saying shit, my boy. What you are doing is projecting, my guy. You are still dealing with the transitional process subconsciously, my guy. And now, because you are, listen, the dude's music was great. I can't take nothing away from Tank's music. He's a phenomenal writer. His music, I still like a lot of his music. It just fucked me up until I found out when he said, "Who gonna make sweet love? Can we?" That means he was talking to a dude. He was singing to a dude. He's singing to a man. That messed it up for me. I ain't even gonna hold nobody. That shit messed it up for your boy, ladies and gentlemen. Once the jig was up, because I'm thinking he talking to a breezy. I'm riding with my shit smooth. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to get. Nah, he probably hollering at a dude with this.
Hey, Chef C, I got uncles that's still going through PTSD from figuring out what Tevin Campbell was talking about when he's singing "I'm Ready to Love You."
Oh man, oh, brother Colin Muhammad.
This is a sick Negro.
Man, listen. You understand me? So now it just hit a little different and not the way you want. Pause.
You have to think, like, for a black man, the worst thing to be called
is gay.
Is gay.
Yeah.
Like,
I call bullshit.
I call Brother Wolf. I'm with you too. I don't give a
I'm with
fuck.
you.
No,
Man,
that's
I
not true.
don't give a fuck.
I call bullshit.
This is projection. This is what I'm saying. He's still transitioning, man. You doing a lot of projection, Tank. You have, because maybe somebody in your family member that you still find valuable and respectable to you, they don't particularly agree with your lifestyle, sir. And you're dealing with that through other people. That's what happens with a lot of these folks, and this is why I say this is that living vicariously, whether it's toxic or not. All right, these are projections, and then you got this weird looking chick right here, looking like a damn fish. But let me play some more of this, man.
Like the first thing somebody's going to allude to, whether you are gay or not, when they're trying to assassinate your character or get off the highest joke imaginable, they're going gay first.
Gay or
It's just some look.
This little boy shit, little girl, little boy shit. Like it's not even little boy.
We just got too many moist males out here.
Come on, goddamn.
Watch this. When I did law enforcement, I was called everything but my name. Okay? I'm still here. I've been called gay. I've been called snitch, hot boy, roller, punk ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but that ain't the worst. Gay ain't the worst. I mean, when you're that gay, it's multiple definitions for gay. It's not just the LGBT community word. Some people just happy. You can be gay and happy. What are you talking about?
Right. Gay meant happy before it meant homo.
Yeah. Lighthearted, carefree. Come on. These guys are, look, I know what they're doing. And it's all about imagination. They're trying to reimagine a world where their voices are heard or they can be out in front. I understand that. But I am also reimagining the world myself of the patriarch, especially in America. Because if this place goes, we already see the world act up. When we're not strong, the world ain't strong. Okay.
Right.
We got a weak president. Folks just start cutting up. So Tank need to have a seat. Stop being so moist. Be moist, but don't be moist. You can be moist, but don't project your moistness.
No, but
not projecting your moistness. What, man?
Yeah, don't project your moist.
There's too much zest spritzing around out here, like all these lemons spritzing all that zest.
Man. Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, let me play some more of this, man.
or snitch.
Or broke, right?
Or broke, yeah.
But
gay being
number one.
trying to figure out how to make you gay.
Gay is number one where? I guess that's a regional thing.
In his mind.
He feeling he really
when you're practicing it, you don't want to when you're practicing it and don't nobody know, then you got to make it, you got to normalize it.
Right. Come on.
See, a lot of these folks are trying to normalize this inappropriate behavior. Okay? And I'm not going to let you normalize it on my watch.
All right.
And I'm going to stand 10 toes down on the scriptures. Okay? He didn't make Adam and Eve. I mean, he didn't make Adam and Steve. He made Adam and Eve. Okay? He didn't make Adam and Steve. He made Adam and Eve. Okay? Okay. I know you deserve. Tank. As your song says, I deserve. You deserve to keep your mouth shut. You deserve to stop trying to project moistness on the rest of the black collective. We all ain't mad at you being gay or mad because somebody called us gay. I mean, again, I've been called worse than gay, man. And that ain't even bad. Call me gay. I'm happy every now and then.
Yeah.
I'm lighthearted. See, you looking gay today. Okay, thank you.
Right. I've been called gay a couple times, and I said,
Yeah.
yeah, actually today I am. You know what?
Yeah. And don't let me put on a pink shirt. Oh, you really gay now? A pink shirt with some white pants? Oh, you gay?
Yeah, I can't do the pink shirt, man. My shit's salmon. It's salmon. It's got to
salmon.
be salmon.
Okay, it's salmon.
Salmon. Yeah.
But mine looks like almost a fuchsia.
Okay, yeah. You understand? But Tank is out here projecting, man. You need to sit somewhere else outside of that damn couch. Probably never mind. I ain't even gonna do it. Go ahead.
It's at the top of that list.
That's a fact.
So it stems from right.
He said that's a fact. No, that's an alternative fact.
But you know what?
Something.
Huh?
Well, I'm saying. Well, I'm listening to him. I'm looking at who he's talking with. But he don't got no, like on this group, Lisa and our Pat Talks, we got different age groups. Right. I'm approaching 60, right?
Right.
Chef, without putting your age out there, we got some 30s, some 40s, some 50s.
That's a fact. That's exactly what we got on this panel, on these panels. Yeah, 30, 40, 50, 60s. Yeah.
So I'm looking at who he's talking to, the group. I'm like, well, he ain't got nobody to check him or to give him another perspective.
Right.
Well, it's interesting you said that because what I was thinking was like hearing them talk. It's like watching somebody that's been indoctrinated with confirmation bias, and then they let them out of the padded room and talk to the rest of society. Confirmation bias is a real thing.
No, that's a fact, Brother Cope. That part. It seems as if and shut up, I think it was Brother My Address who said this. Yeah, see there it is, Brother My Address. Ridiculous. Tank's paymaster sent him out to spout this BS, and that's what it looks like. This is exactly what he's on assignment.
Within our culture that has created this stigma.
Yeah.
That is the somehow there's a program to make black men gay. Like you see it everywhere. Yeah.
That tells me he's completely disconnected from the culture. We never really frowned at no gay dudes, long as you didn't push that shit on us.
Right.
That's been our gays have always been in our community.
Always.
Right? Yeah. This is he's project. Man, get out of here. This is new talking points. This is bullshit. Let me play a little bit more though.
Yeah, for sure.
There's an attack on
there's an agenda.
Strong black men. But who's the attack coming from?
Do you believe there's an attack?
How?
No, I'm asking. Do you believe
again? That's my answer.
Oh, how?
How?
Well, I think as people say it, through media, through fashion, through what's acceptable. Because
who?
Because if you think about it, back in our generation, we're this exact same age. We didn't see homosexuality. It's been around since the beginning of time, but it was your auntie's friend, your uncle's friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now it's more in your face, more acceptable. It's more mainstream, actually trendy. You know.
Well, the world has gotten smaller, and so now we know that more humans exist.
What is this fool talking about? When did the world get smaller, y'all? Family in the chat?
I would hate to assume he's talking about because we got social media and the world's got smaller from that aspect as far as you can be here and then talk to somebody in Korea and Africa, Brazil, but the world only got smaller in social media, but they ain't got smaller. If you ain't got media, most people still understand Tank on something else, man. This is my first time hearing this video.
This is an assignment, man. This is absolutely an assignment. You know, it's bullshit. The world gets smaller. No, fool. And he's well aware of just how I guess versatile media has always been. I mean, he's been in all different facets of the media. And he
How does the
seems
world
and
get smaller and you interact with less people? See, you see, a
yeah.
lot of folk think that the world getting smaller just because they can have some African drop off their Uber Eats to them at the door. They don't have to actually drive over to the Five Guys.
Hmm.
That's not the world getting smaller. Actually,
You
that's you
becoming
getting
more
infiltrated.
antisocial.
Exactly.
All right, or becoming more isolated.
Tank don't e-
Self isolation.
Tank don't even have to take off his kitten heels to answer
Right.
the door. See, before
He
he had to, let me go ahead and put these Jordans on and
yeah.
put on some
But
pants because I got to actually leave the house and go over to the Five Guys. Now he can
right.
stay in his camisole while the door African answering the door like, nigga, what is you wearing?
You know what I believe, fellas? I believe the Tank got those orders from Obama.
I wouldn't put it
Oh,
by him.
wow, we taking the podcast here. Okay,
Well,
all
watch
right.
this.
Nah.
Well, watch this. I'm reading right now. I just typed in Tank meets Obama. Yes, singer Tank met Michelle Obama after performing on the Today Show with Tank and the Bangers. The band performed their song "Communion in My Cup" on the show. Michelle Obama was in attendance, and in 2022, former President Barack Obama included Tank's song "Communion in My Cup" on his Song of the Year playlist. Tradition he started doing
Bingo.
the presidency. So
Bingo.
he got his marching orders.
They sent him off. Yep. They
He got
sent
his
him
orders.
off.
Matter of fact, I'll put that in the link. I'll put that in it. I'll share that link.
Yeah, put that in the private and I'm gonna pull it up. They sent him off. They sent him on assignment.
See, he ain't just out here just doing it by accident. They don't just do things because they feel good. They do things they get instructions. And Obama's taking the hit. So who can I send out there? I deserve to go for you.
That
Hey,
part, brother. Dress.
hey, Chef, why might be on to something because they have similar. They have similar backgrounds. They both got beards. You
Yes.
feel me? You see where I'm going with this, Lone Wolf. They both got beards, even down to the point where having a child with them. Let's not forget that Tank married his boo thing, his biracial boo thing back in the day. Put a baby up in her, and still, see that's what I'm starting to learn, Lone Wolf. That just because you see a man with a baby and a woman on his arm, don't mean that he's the one that has the beard on.
Mm.
Facts.
See, here
Shout
we
out
go.
to
Yeah.
Andrew Gillum. Shout out to Andrew Gillum.
See, this is singer. Thank you, fucking. Look. This is hold on. Let me try to bring this up here. Yeah. Obama welcomes guests to performance. Is this the one? Tank and the Bangers leader.
Yeah.
All right, that's the one. Boom. Let's bring this up, y'all. Yeah. A bunch of freaky weirdos. Okay, meet the first Grammy nominee, Tank, and the Bangers leaders. Hold on, Tank. Hold on. Nominees, Tank and the Bangers leaders? Who are these folks?
I don't know.
Let's
It's
share
a
this.
group. I don't know who they are, but it could be singers. Got to be singers, but they was on that Grammy nominee Tank and the Bangers. So they sang for Michelle.
On a green balloon, chilling with Michelle Obama, quitting. Okay. Yeah, Michelle tapped him on the shoulder. Them Obamas tapped him on the shoulder, sent him off. Because now they're working on Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez for 2028, y'all. And these folks, they play the long game. It's always about long game. So
You better thank a bartender.
yeah. Yep. Woo. Play this more.
And we're actually we're actually able to see those humans living out their lives. We weren't able to see that before. I didn't know what was going on outside of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Right.
I have a clue.
Right.
About my 4 blocks from 38th Street to Sherman Park. That's all I knew.
Shut up, Tank. Khalid Muhammad.
This is a sick Negro.
Listen, All we know and need to know about Tank is he been on Bussy assignment. They sent him off on the Zest mission. And you know what? Tank, I'm going to need you to go back to ghostwriting, my guy. I'm going to need you to go sit down and ghostwrite some more instead of coming out here and trying to speak. Now you got a little podcast and all this other little stuff. But again, this is the prime example of why our people can't rely on celebrities for anything of substance. None of them. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to shut this thing down. Brother Coke, man, what's your last word on this, sir? What say you, man? You had covered a lot today. But
I got to get up in my scriptures and start going through that Deuteronomy again. That's my takeaway. Because with all this zestiness and all of this nasty work around here, yeah, gotta make sure gotta make sure you put yourself something in the little doggy bag from this kitchen. I'm putting Deuteronomy in the doggy bag. Yeah, appreciate. Yeah, shout out to Negro. Um, Lone Wolf Firearms. You arm yourself with the word and arm yourself with the arms.
Amen.
And salute to you, Chef C.
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. Salute to Brother Coke for checking in with us today, ladies and gentlemen. Most definitely. Brother Coke Sharpton checking in. Let me go ahead, Brother Wolf, man. Brother Wolf, we're wrapping it down, sir. I would say, man, let them know how they can get a hold of you, what they're gonna be looking forward to, man, and definitely that merch. We want to talk about that merch. So you got the flow.
Look
yes,
here,
indeed. Yeah.
I'm wearing. Now, it may be a contradiction. As you
Okay.
can see, I got this Jefferson joint on. The Jefferson
very,
Hotel.
yeah.
But I have contacted the vendor, distributor, and I will be having these custom-made wolf shirts.
Okay.
With the same logo patch right here. It's going to be the wolf. Same shirt, zip down, zip up. Little golf shirt. So I've already contacted them. I got to do a minimum 12 shirts. So and these are not inexpensive. I'm telling you right now.
Be very clear about that. Okay. Yeah.
So that will be coming soon. But go to LWF Training. Send me a link. Holler at me if you're not going to take the training. If you got any questions, just ask a question, but just send it to me. If you can't meet me there, just go to lonewolffirearms@gmail.com. That's lonewolffirearms@gmail.com. It's another Gmail. That's another link you can hit me with. Like I said, I will be on these social media streets every now and then, or when the broadcasts come up, because I'll be kind of busy. But I do thank you guys for tuning in. You can be somewhere else, but you're here. I appreciate you. For those who have been supporting me, I need you to send me your email address so I can send you at least a gift, a Lone Wolf Firearm garment. At least I can do for you. So you know who you are. Send me your emails, and so I can send you one of these. Not this one, but you're gonna get a nice.
Yes, indeed.
You get a nice shirt. That's a hope.
Hey, Juan, and drop that Twitter handle too. Hey, man, yeah, Snugsy over here. Juan got the Gatling gun on that timeline with the clips. Y'all need to recognize Juan stay with the Gatling gun and clip.
Look, I got the merch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Got the merch. Okay. Yeah.
I ain't lying, y'all. Now I'm just, you got the merch.
Okay. Yeah. You understand?
That's the good t-shirts. That's the good shirts.
Yeah, they make the cheap ones. Them the good ones. Yeah, them good ones.
I'm a quality man. I can't make sure you out here. You got to represent the wolf right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the merch, we got the merch. You just send me an email and I can send you a shirt.
Okay, got the merch. Send them an email. You send you a shirt.
Hey, you can actually wash them Jones, and there won't be no moth holes in it.
No more holes. No more holes.
Yeah.
I want to see everybody with that logo right there. I want to see everybody with that logo on.
Oh yeah, because you almost pointed at that Jefferson Hotel. You almost confused me there. So, yeah.
You see everybody right there with that long wolf. Again, I'm trying to reimagine how men can be. We can be God-fearing. We can be firearms users, and we can be sharp with that word, and we can fight too at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, and we can be entrepreneurs. Again, I think anybody who listens to this broadcast, they need to not wait for somebody to have everything you need. Become entrepreneurs. You know, we can't wait for folks to do things that we can do ourselves. That's why I do the gun piece. If I come to your community, to your church, we talking about guns.
That's it.
I want you to have you considered a shotgun. Have you considered a rifle? Have you considered a semi-automatic handgun? Have you considered a revolver? Because that's the conversation that we're not having. Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, LWFtraining.com. Juan J. Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. It's like that, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to everybody that has checked in with us today. This was one of those broadcasts. We didn't really intend to do the marathon. However, we had to catch up with y'all. It's been a long week. So I want to thank everybody for joining us here today, ladies and gentlemen. Also, what I want you to remember, to go over and check out my Patreon. You know, become a member. I hope some of you took advantage of the discount I offered. Okay? I offered a discount up until Tuesday. So I hope you were able to take advantage of that, ladies and gentlemen, becoming a part of those membership tiers. I will be doing some other stuff coming into the new year. So I want y'all to be on the lookout for that as far as the cooking pieces are concerned. We have some other projects as well. We will be doing a switch as far as we're going to do the Patriarch Summit Part 2 in January. And we are moving the Wazi Summit into that. So it will be a 2-for-1 within that one virtual experience, y'all. So definitely. Also, if you would like to support the program, feel free to do so. All right, you're catching the playback $ FTS49 or the Vimeo at From the Soil. I want to thank everybody for joining us here today. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, in a system of white degeneracy, you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. My name is Chef C, and I'm out.